Fangame Marathon with Monkey Ball. Monkeyed Ball. You gotta pronounce it.
It's a verb, I would assume.
The act of monkeying, or having monkeyed.
I intend to monkey pretty hard here.
That's what I like to hear.
Alright. So I'm Mobius. I'm not usually a speed runner, but I am a lifelong monkey ball enthusiast, and I hope to put on a decent show, even if I'm not as correct as a lot of the other people you've seen. This is a bit of a legacy pack. This is the first pack to ever release with a full set of 100 story mode stages, so I think it's aged pretty well. It's developed by Twilight. That's how she goes nowadays, and this is actually a GDQ version of it made by Metallico that adds in gold models that weren't there before, so it makes it just a little nicer for y'all. So yeah.
When you're ready, just give me a countdown and you can go.
Alright, going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So this is an older pack. It's missing a few of the quality of life features that came up with eventually. Like, for example, the music patch wasn't a thing yet. So where for most ROM hacks, once the music of the world starts playing, it'll continue playing until you don't have the world. But here it resets to the stage select music each time, so the music keeps getting reset. So kind of annoying. Yeah. World 1's pretty chill, of course. This pack actually got a remake a little later called Monkey Ball 2. Most people swear by it as the definitive edition because it updates a lot of the backgrounds and updates a lot of some stages, but I still think this one has its own quality to it, you know? Like, it's got the legacy aspect to it, and there's some stages exclusive to it that I still really like. I always wondered what the name Boolean meant here, but ever since I started getting into Blender to learn how to make custom stages, I get it now, and it is very funny. Twilight is feeling a little silly with that one, I guess. So, I don't really have the sauce for pause strats, since I'm a keyboard player, and like I just don't have the reflexes, I guess. So instead, I developed a few timing-based setups, where like as soon as I hit a certain bump, I'll hold a specific direction, and so that's a way to like pseudo guarantee the same outcome every time. So I came up with a few of those on my own for some of these stages, and some of them I'm pretty proud of. This is a bit of a startup trend of like souped up versions of vanilla stages, so it's based on the World 1 stage slopes in the original. So Twilight likes to do that sort of thing a lot. Like, you'll especially see a few of them in World 9. In Monkey 2, like, Twilight just doubled down and made the whole world new versions of vanilla stages. It's pretty funny. Glad they took care of the loading screens later on, too. So yeah, before the GDQ version, like, the goals... Oh, damn it. The goals in this, in a lot of these environments are just plain old gray. I guess Twilight didn't get around to doing that before they submitted it. But yeah, again, Metallico is the one that brought in the custom gold models to really properly polish it up. These definitely look pretty cool. I was hoping I'm able to keep up the commentary well enough while I'm playing, because this is still a little new to me. is one of the trickier ones, but I think I got it locked down. It's no example of my quirky little strategy. I can just kind of derp around on the starting platform for a bit in a specific way to get a specific timing set up. So it's pretty silly looking. Get this dunk here. Oh yeah, this is the worst one of the pack, honestly. Like, it's not the best design level. If you end up getting it wrong, you end up like helplessly chasing it around for a few seconds. It's really annoying, but I'll do it. Big fun winding path that we're just gonna skip entirely. Anyways. A little bit of history. Twilight made another pack called Kaizo SMB that was pretty much just a level idea dump that was reusing the blueprint of this hack right here. So while the stages are completely different, they keep the same names from this pack. So like there's another, like it has its own level called Retroflexion, even though the name has nothing to do with the new stage. So I believe Ike ran an updated version of the pack last year at GDQ. Obviously they fixed that and gave them new names, but it's just pretty funny. That's actually happened. It definitely feels like a lot of custom environments here are like following the vanilla backgrounds pretty closely. Like World 3 is the water level again. I guess that did allow them to keep the fun little water surface effect on the ground there. So I'd be ashamed to let go of that. It can be really fun to watch ROM hackers play around with those sorts of effects more. They might be hard to create, but they really give the vanilla backgrounds a lot of their own personality. Like World 2 has the sparks flying around. It really gives you the feeling of the intense heat. Damn. I thought I had that one in the back. World 3 is super chill. Like, there's just not a whole lot that threaten you. And there's also a lot of levels that you can kind of just charge forward and do it. Like, it's an early iteration of Monkey Ball stage design, you know. It's not the tightest thing ever, but, like, nobody was doing it that well back then, you know. Like, this was the one that really pushed the envelope, even before Gaiden did. Because, like, it's the first pack to have, like, completely custom environments, like, custom selected music, even if it's not an original track. Yeah, it just really came onto the scene in a big way. Before this, it was just, like, 30 level packs, usually. The custom texture is relatively well done, too. Boing. Oh. Yeah. That was supposed to be a dunk. World 4 gets into some of the more ornery stages. 4 in particular. Just, I'm really at that stage's whims. Like, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I'm pretty sure these textures are carried over directly from Vanilla World 2. It's pretty nice how they still work here. The stage is usually really dumb, but I came up with a new strategy recently to handle it. Alright, we got a slow one then. It's fine. This is another fun little setup. There's no reason I had to do that particular motion. That's just how I worked out the timing. It's like you gotta do it late, but you also have to have enough speed to jump directly to the goal. So. Kind of do a lot of improvisation because there's only a few runs of this pack from the past to look over. I guess once Guide released, people moved on pretty quickly. This is one of the stages that got cut for Monkey 2. It's pretty nice, even though like it's pretty cheesable. Just fun little movement things like that. We got launched a bit more height than we used to. Stages like this. But yeah, here's like building from Deluxe was a stage where you have to climb this big boring obstacle. It's a lot more dynamic when you get to go down. Alright, here's the dumb one. I pretty much just have to jump the gap and hope that the goal catches me. Oh! It probably would be a lot easier to just play it normally, but, you know, where's the swag in that? Oh, almost. We'll get there. There we go. Really cool stage, though. Speaking of swag, we're going for the big one here. You don't see it yet, but there's a funny little dunk here. And got it. Hell yeah. This feels like an early precursor to Stardust type stuff. Big stage where you can really build up speed and go for a big, fat, meaty dunk. Like, oh. Alright, that's just a bit short. But yeah. I'm sure Nando really likes that one. There's Elated Rings, just a funny little nod to Mad Rings from SMP1. This is a particularly fancy custom gold model from Metallico there. Reminded me of the second part of Heka Mecha, which is a beach setting. This was probably building off of that. That's not how it normally goes. The whole candy aesthetic is always a fun one. Twilight actually did something similar for their fan game called Rolled Out, which is pretty heavily based on Monkey Ball, with its own stuff going on. Like, there's a candy factory setting that has a really fun track to it. You can definitely feel some of that same artistic touch there. There's another kind of stage where I kind of just drop into the goal. There's a whole lot going on, but I don't really have to engage with a whole lot of it. It's another setup. I just hold up, and then as soon as I hit that first bump, I start swiveling. That stage used to give me a lot of trouble before I figured that one out. Yeah, sometimes there's nothing really fancy about it. You just do the job. Here's my water break. How's day been? Alright, here it is. Just kind of let it come to me. That one's silly. This one looks scary until you realize you can just kind of do that. It's got a lot of silly stuff going on. This was always one of my favorites. So, watching it early on because of how goofy the whole thing is. Just a giant strewn mess of cubes. And we're just kind of bounce on it once and then we are straight out of here. World 6 is also pretty chill. Let's have him somewhere in the middle. Yeah, just another timing strategy where you close in. That was almost too late, I think. Sometimes you just gotta take a goofy idea and stretch it out into stage, you know? I don't know why the back half is spinning, but it's kind of cool. I think this stage is the finale of Expert in Monkey Ball 2 challenge mode. This one gives a lot of flock vibes from SP2, not in a good way. At least there's a decent strat for that. There's a lot of ring-themed levels in this pack. You know, there's a lot you can do with rings. Spinny objects. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard Nambo talk about Supernova, the Kaiser hack that they made before Stardust. Like, it's just 10 brutally hard levels. Something interesting I noticed about them is that 9 out of 10 of those levels have an object that's spinning in some way. Like, some sort of circular motion. That got me interested. Like, there's something about that just really seems to drive things, I guess. Like, there's something uniquely stimulating about that, I guess. Ah, extra. Gotcha. Oh, I didn't try to make a pun out of that, but sometimes life just works out. But yeah, all stages except corridors, there's something spinning. Yeah, there's a lot of nuance to that, because, like, you know, getting into the physics of it, like, there's constant acceleration even if you're moving at the same speed. Like, there's a lot of intricate motion to that. I guess it might tie back to the fact that this is a ball that we're rolling, and balls are circles. I don't know. Sure, yeah. This is definitely one of the most aesthetically cool levels in the pack. Like, it's almost like a choose your own adventure. Of course, it's gotta be the same choice every time, and, you know, get there quick. I still need to go for that warp goal someday. It's a really nasty one. It's like one of those Supernova goals where it's way up high, but unlike Supernova, they don't really actively supply you with the means to get there. Like, there's no bounce pads or moving objects or anything. You just gotta be real precise. So, yeah. World 7 is definitely the difficulty spike of this pack. There's a lot of nasties here. It's a really cool vibe, though, like the dark castle thing. The cold bricks. Really seems to fit with the brutal theme of these levels. There's a lot of them don't really have much of a trick to them, just pure execution. There's gonna be more and more of this as we go on. This one's really dumb, though. Just, boop, done. It's like you either beat that in one hit or you just suffer. There's no silly hold up. So, yeah, done. Really hoping this one cooperates with me because it's a little jank. There's another hold up setup. It's like it's precise point hold left, and I just charge into that and hope that I get there. Nice. That's good. This is like the prime example of, like, there's not really any way around this one, just pure execution. Thankfully, this one doesn't terrorize me quite as much as it used to. These last two in particular are just absolutely brutal for casuals, at least speaking from experience. There it is. This is a stage that really invokes that Stardust spirit. Like, I think Nambo's actually name dropped this stage, or maybe it was another one from Gaiden. Yeah, just the whole idea of, like, being able to really build up that speed, slam into the goal. It's pretty fun. Oh yeah, I think this is by Kitsune Squared, like one of the remixes of their tracks. There's a lot of, like, There's an interesting vibe with the soundtrack here. Like, there's nothing that like really bangs super hard. It like kind of captures the classic video game track feel, I guess. This stage is so dumb. Like, you just kind of go wild with it until it somehow works. Some sweat. Nope. Yeah. Like, I don't think there's a whole design philosophy to this. Just funny spinning tube. Like, it'll work out somehow. Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole 2-hour video essay by the Gaming Series that goes over the history of Monkey Ball ROM hacks. It's pretty much as comprehensive as it gets. Oh, okay. This is not a hard one. Come on. Yeah, I really love what Stardust did by really pushing the envelope of what a ROM hack could be. Like, not just solid stage design, but like really pushing the limits of Monkey Ball physics to new heights. It's like, it's really a testament to how solid this 22-year-old game still is. Like, the sheer precision and tightness and responsiveness of the controls. Like, there's so much you can still do with this. Alright, we're gonna have the 2 boring stages going up here. I can't do anything with this. There's a pause strat where you can go crazy, but I don't have that kind of sauce in me. I'm just kind of taking the Jeopardy walk, as Namba might call it. This is the other one. Also the pause strat. Yeah. World Age feels like such a troll in general. I guess that's also another Stardust parallel there. This one's got a really nasty timing to it. So I just line up to a specific spot, wait for a specific number on the timer. Oh, I was pacing the wrong way. That's curtains. Wait, oh! That is not curtains. Okay. I never would have guessed that would work out. That works. Yeah, definitely Twister energy from SB2. Yeah. That was wild. Glad that got to happen in the official run. And here's the one where you just kind of spray and pray. I don't know. This one feels like a real crapshoot. Oh! Oh! That was awesome. I didn't deserve that, honestly. It's a pretty good run, all things considered. I don't know if I got sub 32 here. I guess it's possible. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot more you could do with, like, those crazy spinning objects there. Yeah. Yeah, Discs and Bull Ride are both stages that got cut from Monkey 2. I think it's because they're very similar to previous stages that were both from World 6 called Ring Bump and Broken. They're like direct evolutions on it. Oh, this stage is so sad. It's a really, really brutal one until you learn you can just hold up and then, oh, it is? Yeah, hold left right there. Maybe I'm just remembering. I need to play Monkey 2 again. It's been a while. It'd be a pretty funny experience that after I've gotten so accustomed to this one. Also, fun fact, this stage is also in Monkey 2, and it's called Elsa's Castle from Frozen. That's pretty funny. Definitely gives you a feeling of Twilight's naming conventions. Sometimes she just gets a little silly. Alright. Oh, okay. I don't know what's happening here. Alright. Not the stage I expected to melt down on, but yeah, it's a pretty unintuitive one. There we go. Also, there's another custom gold model. I think Metallica kind of just turned up the saturation on the vanilla World 8 gold. It's kind of funny. I really wish I had a stronger strat for this one. It's such a cool level, but I'm just gonna have to sell it for multiple cycle skips. Ooh, that was the hardest one. This might be my favorite world, just like with combination of aesthetic and music. Just such cool vibes. Environment definitely holds up visually compared to the others. Oh, this stage used to terrify me, but of course there's a easy-ass hold-up strat, as usual. Oh, this one is even more brutal to me. Like, it's kind of like revisiting an old teacher who like pushed you hard, but in the end they made you stronger for it. Another case of pure execution. Also, that silver-ish goal is so cool. Yeah. Probably need to check them out. This is one of the more obvious examples of like, oh, vanilla stage, but different. Doesn't seem harder necessarily, just a different take on it. It's definitely a lot steeper. Oh, there's another one. Just a single spiral. Pretty tongue-in-cheek there. This one's a lot less consistent than you might think. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look, Mobius. No, this stage sucks. Just you can do that, but oh. Yeah. It's annoying. Okay, this is my favorite strat that I came up with. Like it's specifically timing based. So first I hold up, and on the second bounce I hit left, then a bit of right, and I land there and there. Done. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah. I really like that one. That feels like one of the things that's kind of born out of restraints, I guess. You know, I could have just done the pause strat, but I don't know. That feels more organic somehow. This sounds very silly. Became a bonus stage in Monkey too. Definitely feels a lot more right there. Yeah. Yet another case of an extremely, extremely brutal level that suddenly you learn how to hold up, and now it's just, yeah. Like, I barely even recognize you. Alright, level 10. These get pretty nasty, as you can imagine, but really cool vibes, really cool track. You know, the background is simple, but it really hits hard. I think it makes it age well, too. Also, this is a Super Mario 64 reference. Or Bowser in the Dark World. It's pretty cool to have old references like that. Yeah. This stage is so obnoxious. I'm glad I have a strat for it now. It's like you gotta really time your little flips to flip across. Yeah. This one's, the name speaks for itself. This is like one of the big 3 Gauntlet stages. Like, this is like the original Gauntlet stages, really. There's not many parts, but oh boy. That last part specifically is way harder than it looks. Like, it will just fling you right off without you realizing it. So, not as fast as I'd like to go, but that works. Oh, damn it. I have not been practicing that dunk. That was a foolish move. Well, I guess you can see more of my epic wire skills. So there's some really interesting obstacle design here. Like it's so strange. Like, it's strange in a way, but oh, really? Okay. I'm really slipping there. Oh, we get to hear more of this awesome track. Yeah. Oh, 3 for 3 on the weirdly hard part, so take our wins where we can get them. This one's so satisfying. You're gonna love it. Another little timing strat. And oh, yeah. Nice. Developed my own strat there too. Hold up left, then briefly let go of left. There was a point where I had like a 90% consistent rate with it. This is another one that's simple but really brutal. The first one's easy because you get running room, but you know, it's like a lot of those other turnover obstacles where like there's such a tight, like continuous balance to it. Like either side could, like careen off either side at any moment. Yeah. It's a very awkward one. Ow. Ugh. Yeah. Well, World 5, or World 10 living up to its status, I guess. There we go. God, this one is so awful, casually. Like, arguably even worse than the Gauntlet stages. It's like just 5 separate turnover challenges going on. Gotta keep up with the cycles. Okay, we got my strats for it. Oh, thought that could save me. I recently realized the stage is symmetrical, which is pretty interesting. Oh, I wasn't thinking there. Of course, that was the one I always struggled with back in the day, too. Did recently learn I could use that wall up ahead to stop myself. That can really help. Of course, the wall getting in the way of the camera there doesn't really help. I still know what to do anyway. There we go. We take those. Oh no. Sometimes you'll go too fast and you'll hit the edge of the stage and you won't be able to get off before it turns again. That's really tragic. Very nice. That one can be inconsistent. This is the second major gauntlet stage, but to be honest, it's not that bad. Like, look at each obstacle individually and like, it's kind of a pushover once you get to know it. That part's a little tricky, but this thing is so cool. Like, it's just a visually striking thing. But yeah, other than that, just a little bit of footwork. Nothing serious. There's a skip that you can do straight from the beginning, but I never learned that one. That'd probably be cooler. And ultimate stage. This one's called Shriek, and I'll give you a bit of time to imagine why that would be. You know, I'm still trying to figure that one out. Yeah, usually that one kind of works out. Oh yes, absolutely where Nano Street came from. Definitely a funny bit of history there. Yeah, they're tiny. And last stage. Certainly is the culmination. This is like the iconic final stage for ROM hacking. Poor monkey. Did you see what was going on last night with Interstellar? I got it easy here. Yeah, you see that spinning cube over there? You might recognize that if you've seen a Gaiden super run, a Gaiden speed run at the very end. There's that silly little cube. Like, it's kind of a reference slash fake out. It's like, makes you think you're gonna drop into it, but, you know, it just kind of hands it to you at the end. But yeah, here you gotta do it for real. It's kind of dumb. Yeah. That wire's causing so much grief. But the moment you don't have to rush it, it becomes so much easier. Alright. Time should be coming up here. So, just drop off at the right moment. And time. There it is. 33:46. That's pretty good. Yeah. I think the world record is like 26 minutes, so it's pretty awesome to think I got that close with it. Yeah, even
that's pretty good.
Yeah. Like, I don't speedrun normally. Like, the kind of challenge I usually prefer is to go for the hardest levels that I can. You know, just beat them by whatever margin I can. I'm not usually a stickler for, like, doing things perfectly. But it was fun to try this. I don't know if I'd ever make the time sync for, like, a more proper speedrun with, like, some real challenge to it. I mean, time will tell. It could be a fun investment, I suppose. But yeah, it was fun trying this out. Hope y'all enjoyed. So yeah,
Yeah, we do love monkey ball,
yeah.
past or present.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mobius, for coming on and showing the heck.
You're very welcome.
Up next, we have Master Maxify and Mir doing a race of the Avoidance Complex game that came out last year. A whole bunch of avoidances. If you want to vibe out, jam, and see some good plays, make sure to stay tuned. See you soon.